This is Gary Butterfield.
This is Cole Ross.
And this is Monster, my podcast.
And this is the Behemoth, or Alligator Gigas.
There's a monster in my podcast.
Big old hippo gator.
Yeah. So I like this because the etymology, not the entomology, although we're going to get some bugs later. The etymology behind the names is pretty much always based on like whatever these things first look like, which happens, you know. But there's also like confused biology around this because by all rights, this should be an awakened hippo, but that's not the case.
Yeah. It's instead an alligator gets like a huge gut and long legs.
Yeah. It's like, so like it turns halfway into a killer croc.
Yeah. And it's huge.
Yeah.
Like a human is knee high on this thing.
Yes.
So it is just a big motherfucker, but still acts like an alligator. Mm-hmm. So like the same way, like if you're hanging out in Greer country and you have to be careful near bodies of water because who knows when a gator gets to fixin'.
Yeah.
You know, this thing, it could be the size of a house and bust out of the water. And that's pretty badass.
Yes. Yeah, he's got these massive tusks. He's all scaly. So he's got kind of a natural armor to him. However, like that's his whole deal. Like he has no powers. But also no weaknesses. Like it is
he's just a big strong boy.
Yeah, it is literally just a flesh tank.
Yeah, they stat out monsters in this, and its strength is 25. So Jesus. Peak human strength to give you a thing. It's not even like D&D. Peak human strength is 6 in Shadowrun. So the stats generally go from 1 to 6.
Yeah.
So 25. So he is 4 times as strong as a human.
Yeah.
Could ever be.
How would this fit into a run? Would it be something that like a corporation has captured and is using as for research? They could. I mean, I imagine they're kind of big for that. Like we'll run into a couple of things that corporations use a little bit later, and they tend to the classic like the example for corporations are hellhounds, which we'll get to. But this thing, the example they give in the Shadowlands thing is just you having to make your way across. Yeah. Like an area that is these things to territory. Yeah.
So a lot of these monsters are either really good for like a primary obstacle during a run, but they can also just be an encounter on the way or on the way back.
Right.
From things. And that's what happens here. And it's like pretty great. It shows it tells this little story of these Shadowrunners getting away from these things. And since they ended up making this huge noise and fighting them, attracting the corporate security, which then ends up fighting these things, and they just throw them into the air and eat them in one bite.
Yep. Like they're all little popcorn guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty amazing. Humans are onto popcorn as them.
Yes.
Yeah. I love them. I think that a cool thing to do if I was a Shadowrunner in this world, or next time I DM Shadowrun, would be to have somebody, because there are like animal control spells and stuff. I want to have somebody riding one of these motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about making a boot or a wallet out of them.
Oh yeah, you could do that too. Let's do that. Actually, it's easier. And you can make a lot of boots. Can you imagine? You do with like 131 boots.
Yeah. It's very efficient.
The biggest, and like they already have like I could just wear one of its boots as a boot.
Ooh,
like a Caribou shoe. Yeah, like Hulk leg. Like jump into the Hulk leg and do the good stomp. You know?
What happened to Gary? Oh, we got Hulk leg.
Wait up, guys.
Brought to you by our backers at patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv.